Hi guys, so I don't remember if it was on the Discord or on the Reddit for Marvel Snap, the subreddit, but I catch this article in one of those, and it is a Forbes, how do you pronounce it? Forbes, a Forbes article for Marvel Snap. So the title caught my attention instantly because it is called Marvel Snap keeps introducing new cards pretty much no one can get. And well, I've been talking about this and molding about this a lot, like since the Series 5 bullshit was announced, because what is surprising to me is that people are complaining about this just now because they are feeling the impact of the system now. But I knew this was going to happen pretty much since they announced this bullshit, and other people have too, but we were a minority, you know. But now the whole community is aware of this. So even Forbes is owning on this, so it caught my attention and I wanna see what they say about it, you know. Because this is something that people say that it is based on money, that the system, the model in Marvel Snap is a business model and it's based on money, and Forbes is a magazine and a news bullshit, I don't know how you call that, that is based on money and business and finances, you know. So maybe what they say in this matter, in these topics matter, you know. So let's see. We have here the Dazzler, and they say, while I am not missing my former CCG Hearthstone in terms of needing to buy lots of RNG based packs every expansion, what my new CCG Marvel Snap is doing with its new card releases is becoming almost more confusing and frustrating. Almost, brother, almost, or more. Because it is for sure more. And I'm not defending Hearthstone model, but in Hearthstone, brother, you buy your pack, you know you are getting the RNG bullshit, and you can dust your bullshit and buy the ones you want. And with $100 you can get a lot of cards. That doesn't happen in Marvel Snap. I know that fundamentally the games are different, that you can have duplicates in Hearthstone. I know that in Hearthstone you have a 30 or 40 card deck, and that doesn't happen in Marvel Snap. I know that the model had to be adjusted to the gameplay in Marvel Snap, but I am sure a lot of other ways were possible and not this crap that we have. And I know that if I put my mind into it, in a week I can come up with something better than what we have, brother. Marvel Snap does not release huge collections of new cards at a time. It releases just a handful. But now, in this new Savage Land season, it has one card you can only get from buying the $10 season pass, and then 4 that are being introduced into Series 5 tier of cards, which was introduced last month. This is completely true. I am fine with the season pass, but because the season pass gives you also the variants, the avatars, that I don't care about those. Well, in this one I care because that Khazar variant is fucking awesome. But I normally don't care about the variants and the avatars or whatever. But I like the season pass value in terms of credit and gold, and of course you get the card. Some would argue that $10 for a card is a lot of fucking money, but arguably you get other stuff in the season pass. And in the same ecosystem inside of Marvel Snap, the season pass is like the best value for your money. I know that in real world terms, it is fucking stupid wasting $10 on that. But in the inside of the ecosystem of the game, it is the best fucking value you can have, you know. But the other stuff is stupid. What this means in practice is that by continually dumping new cards into Series 5, the game has created a situation where it keeps releasing cards that 98% of the player base simply won't get or usually even see. And while this is clear well fishing, even for big spenders, there is not an easy path to collecting these new cards either. Brother, I saw yesterday a video from a content creator that spends a lot of money in the game, and even he didn't have a full collection. He said that he was lacking 2 or 3 cards in Series 5. So, and he's spending like $500 a month in the game. So it is insane, brother. This is insane. So as the meme that we saw in the other video that has Cristiano Ronaldo says, Second Dinner managed to create the first ever uncollectible card game, because this is not a CCG, this is a UCG. They don't want you to have a full collection, they don't want you to collect the cards, they want you to not have the cards. What a stupid bullshit is this? Even wasting, and yes, I am saying wasting, not spending. I'm using purposely the word wasting. Even wasting a lot of fucking money in the game, you don't get the fucking cards. You don't get the fucking cards, brother. And that is stupid. That is fucking stupid. So what is the point? And at this point I have said this like 100 fucking times, and that is what this article is about. What is the point of releasing new content if nobody can interact with that content? Not even people paying a lot of money. Nobody is hyped for the new content. Nobody cares about the new content because you can get it. So there are two scenarios: or you don't care because you can't get it, or you are mad because you can't get it. But there is no scenario when you are happy or excited for the new content, and that is fucking stupid, my brother. So if things don't change, the community will treat the coming down of series as the real release. Like when the card goes from Series 5 to Series 4, or from Series 4 to Series 3, that is when the community will treat the card like it has been released, because now we can interact with the card. But the card has been on the game for 2 or 3 months at this point, and you already, and so you can't play the card, but you have to be aware that the card exists and that you can face the card in a game, and that the card can be used against you and beat you in a game, but you can't play the card. But the card is so rare because so few people have the card, because it is so expensive, that you won't face the card a lot of times. So maybe you face this card 1 in 20, in 30, in 50 games, and it surprises you because you aren't used to take into consideration this card's existence. So it completely warps up even the gameplay. That is the best thing about this game. So imagine how mind-blowing this bullshit system is, my brother. In Marvel Snap, Series 3 cards are given out around once every 4 collector caches or so. With 70 plus cards in Series 3 to collect, it's a long time to get them all. Exactly. Which is what the vast majority of the player base is currently working on. Exactly that. But then it's supposedly a 1 in 10 chance that in the 1 in 4 card cache is a Series 4 card instead. And a 1 in 100 chance, take a look at that, my brother, that it's an ultra rare Series 5 card. And that's where all these new cards, like the 4 out of 5 from this season, are being dumped. And that is the biggest problem. Because when you first saw the announcement, when they announced Series 5 and they say that Galactus and Thanos were gonna land it there, that wasn't a big deal because, well, you have ultra rare cards. Galactus and Thanos are big bad boys of universal scale, and they have abilities that completely change the way the game works. Galactus turns the game from a 3-lane game into a 1-lane game. Thanos increases your deck size and completely works the way you play the game, based on the Infinity Stones. Those are cool, rare concepts that we don't know if are strong or not, that can be rare. I don't mind them being rare and expensive. The problem is when every new card is Series 5. That is a fucking problem. Why you can't introduce every new card in Series 4? Or why don't you do it dynamically? For example, they have here the Sentry image. The Sentry is a cool card, but it's not like something insane. So you could release Sentry in Series 4 or in Series 3. And then you can launch something like Mephisto that doubles your winnings, so you could get a 16 cube games. Well, that is an insane card. You can put that one in Series 5. But then you have something stupid like Shanna the She-Devil, that is going to launch next week, I believe. That is, everybody thinks that that card is going to be weak. Well, you can launch that one in Series 3. You can do it dynamically based not on power level, but on how crazy the card is, you know. And of course, in terms of importance in the Marvel Universe too. You can do it dynamically, or you can do it every time in Series 4 instead if it's a big bad boy. There are so many things you can do, but the decision of including every Series 5 card, every new card in Series 5 is destroying the system. And that's why people focus on other things like give me more tokens, make them cheaper, and all that kind of stuff. So there are so many things that they could change about this, because yes, giving us more tokens can fix the problem. Making them cheaper can fix the problem. But also not releasing all of that in Series 5 can also fix the problem. There are so many things that they can do, brother. Let's see here. Where I have so many things in my head about this topic, and it's insane. And that's all the cards added last month beside the Battle Pass Silver Surfer also went into Series 5. And that is the thing. Series 5 is growing, and we don't even know yet what is going to happen with the downgrading of cards. Ben Bros said yesterday that they are working on saying something about this ASAP. And I believe him, because the pushback of the community has been so great that right now I believe they are working on this to say something about it. They know that they have to say something about this, even if it is some bullshit, but I believe they will say something about this soon. I don't know if it will be good, but I believe they will say something about this soon, because people are hyper focused on this right now. After their respective seasons, Battle Pass cards like Surfer and now Sabu will head to you guessed it, Series 5. Exactly. Every new card will get to Series 5, which is stupid as fuck. And again, the Series 5 collection is growing, and you don't have a way to access them. You don't know when they are going to upgrade. You don't know what to do with your tokens. You don't want to spend 6K tokens. Like the best deck in the game right now, I call it the hyper pay to win deck, because the deck includes Sabu, that is the season pass card. You have to pay 10 bucks for that card, or you don't have it. Then it includes Darkhawk, that is a Series 5 card. Then it includes Absorbing Man, that is a Series 4 card. And some of those variations include Shuri, that is another Series 5 card, and that is currently like the best deck or one of the best deck, like top 3 in the game right now. And it includes, of course, a plethora of Series 3 cards like the Leader and Spider-Man and whatnot. So before we said this game isn't pay to win, but right now it fucking is, brother. And you can say no, but you can have a lot of bullshit for free, and you can climb the ladder for free and whatnot. And yes, you can, but it is still pay to win, because you can progress faster, you can get cards that other people can't get, and now one of them of the most powerful decks in the game require you to buy the season pass, because there is no other way of getting Sabu right now without paying. So don't give me that crap. We have an image of the sentry there. Then he continues saying, the alternative here is spending 6K collector's tokens on a single Series 5 card, which rotate through the shop. But if you don't have every Series 3 card, you only get 100 tokens every few catches or so. And it's enough of a pain to save up 1K, much less 6K. Exactly, brother. I took like more than a month to save up 6K tokens. And at that point I said, you know what? I had a null pinned. I have pinned a null. And when I finally was getting close to saving the 6K tokens, after a month of saving, I said, you know what? I won't buy this bullshit at 6K. Fuck that. And I'm saving up my tokens. At this point, I have over 7K tokens. I don't have anything pinned. I'm not spending my tokens until something cool from Series 5 downgrades to Series 4. And maybe if the card is cool, I will spend tokens on there. And yes, sometimes I want to buy something like the Darkhawk rotated through my shop, and I wanted the Darkhawk. I want the Darkhawk, and I thought maybe I spent, and I had 7K tokens, so I could buy the card right away. I thought about it, but I said, nah, I want to spend the 6K token. Plus, I already told my viewers that I wasn't going to pay that bullshit, so I can be paid, you know. I also said that I maybe will buy a Series 5 card on launch. Like, if Mephisto launches tomorrow, and I have the 6K prepared right away, I buy him, you know. But if he comes out and I am at 2K, by the time I have the 6K, don't want to buy him anymore because now I feel like I am spending extra tokens because I am closer to when he gets demoted, you know. So I believe that every day that passes after a card, this is, I don't know if this is true mathematically, but that is what I feel like psychologically. But I believe that mathematically it is true too. Every day that passes after a card launches on Series 5, that you don't get the card remains at 6K, but for you it is worth less because, or you are overpaying because every day that passes it is closer to get demoted. You know what I'm saying? So if you buy the card like 2 months after the launch, but after 3 weeks it will get down, you are overpaying as fuck because you could just wait 2, 3, 4 weeks and you will only pay 3K, you know. But at launch it is like, well, I am borrowing this card for a whole 3 months. It is kind of different. So if I don't have the 6K ready to go when a card that I really want gets introduced into Series 5, I'm not expending that bullshit, and I will only wait till something cool that I like gets downgraded to Series 4. And I am full Series 3 and I get the 400 tokens, and still I took over a month to save up the 6K tokens. So that is, so you see that buying a Series 5 card is stupid. But again, even for whales who sell out for mega price bundles that can include 2 to 3K tokens, it's still almost unattainable. And yes, unattainable. And yes, it is unattainable, brother. It is fucking stupid. Even for people spending money in the fucking game. Imagine that. And I'm not saying spending money like, oh, they threw into the game $50. No, they throw into the game $500. In fact, there have only been 2 bundles sold ever that even directly included tokens at all. One that costs the gold equivalent of $86, another that costs $107. What this means is, in practical terms, is that 80% of the new cards that Marvel Snap is introducing are put into these hugely expensive or hugely rare tiers that almost no one will ever get, even many big spenders. It's a not logical system. Thank you, Forbes, for saying the same bullshit that everybody is thinking. So even Forbes, that is a magazine that is focused on money, on business, on finance, says that this system is illogical because even spending money, you aren't getting bullshit. Brother, it's not logical, second dinner. It is a stupid system. Fix your bullshit. I know that you think that when cards start getting downgraded at a good reading, at a good cadence, it will fix itself. And no, it won't, because you will only get the downgrading cards. Yeah, you will feel better because you are getting cards, but you don't have control over what cards those are. And the new cards are still getting added to Series 5. So what you are getting is the downgrading. The Series 5 card is still new in the other bullshit, and you will get it maybe 3 months later when it gets downgraded. So the same problem remains. Nobody is getting hyped for new cards. What is this article is focused on? You are introducing new cards that no one can get. The system is stupid and it is illogical. Fix it. Secondine Sven Broad has commented on this and agrees that the current reading is not good, but maintains it will change in the future. What I'm saying, I didn't read enough, and it is exactly what I'm saying. In the end game, players will be getting on average 4 new cards a month. As a free-to-play player, you'll be able to choose whether that's a Series 5 card and the Series 3 cards that have just been demoted, or 2 Series 4 cards and the Series 3 cards that have just been demoted. And again, he's saying that, well, you are getting cards, so who cares? But you maybe are getting fucking bullshit cards. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe imagine this scenario. You are in the month or in the week that Chana the She-Devil gets demoted, and you get Chana the She-Devil. But the card that is launched in Season 5 is some utter broken bullshit. Like, overpowered as fuck. So you get a new card, yes, you get Chana the She-Devil, but the dude that is paying $500 a month gets the more broken card in the game, and you won't have access to that card 3 months from now. How is that logical? How is that fun? How is that cool? It doesn't matter that I got a fucking card that I don't care about, that I'm not going to play when a dude can destroy me because he paid a lot of fucking money in the game. And Another thing, maybe there are two dudes that are paying a whole fucking money in the game, and one of them gets the card and the other one doesn't because there is RNG involved in this shit. Fuck, brother, this is so stupid. I can't believe they can't go forward with this. They have to change it somehow. I'm curious to see how this feels once we start getting into that reading. I think it's unfortunate that right now most folks are in it. It is unfortunate. He says it like he can't do anything about it. Brother, you are the lead designer of the game. This isn't unfortunate. You are doing it. Fix it. That right now most folks are unable to engage meaningfully with Series 4 and Series 5 though. And it's something we're currently discussing. Yes, fix it as soon as you can and let us know, please. And you know what is going to happen, brother? Because before I thought this was some tinfoil hat bullshit like conspiracy theory, but I'm starting to believe this is what they really do. And not only Second Dinner, every mobile or big video game company right now. They introduce a bullshit system that they know is fucking bullshit because they know they are an idiot. And they push it and they push it and they push it until you can't take it anymore. And when they know that the player base can't take it anymore, they slightly tone it down and people are happy. Oh, they fix it. They listen to the community. Look. Oh, the devs are so good. They listen to the community. Look at that. They slightly toned down the bullshit. But it is still bullshit and they are still throwing their hands, you know, laughing at us because we are fucking idiots that bought into that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that is what Second Dinner is doing for sure, but it seems like that. And I don't know if frothing their hands is the correct way of saying in English. In Spanish se están frotando las manos. Es como, it is like this. You know what I'm saying? Oh, brother. So that may be the dream, but it's just not how it works right now. Mainly because no cards even have been demoted for Series 4 to Series 3 to show up in that pool. And no timeline has been given on when that will happen. Exactly, we already talked about that. Once Series 3 is completed, you start getting more tokens. Hence the idea even free-to-play players could save for a Series 5 card in a given month. But we are far away from that now. And most players are getting to maybe collection level 2500 to 3K before completing the entire series. That's a long way off for most everyone else. Even someone like me who has been playing non-stop. We'll see how this changes in the future, but for this new season, it feels like it's just another batch of cards we'll pretty much never see in play or in our decks. Exactly, my brother. And yes, you can see them in play against you, but from time to time, it is rare, but you can see them. But of course, you can't have them unless you pay a boatload of money. And of course, even with this system that he's saying here, that you can arguably say that a good cadence, a good reading of the morning card will feel better. Not good, not great, but better than right now. I can say that I agree with that. It will feel better. But we already discussed that you don't have control over that. But as the dude writing the article is saying here, people are still going up in the collection level, trying to get a full Series C. Every time when they kick in with the downgrading of cards, every week Series C will get bigger. So you get every week a new card, a new card, a new card. In a year you have over 50 new cards in Series C. So what will happen to a new player then? Now they have a really big mountain to climb, a bigger mountain that we are climbing right now, and we are saying is bullshit. So new players are going to stomp against a wall and are going to say fuck this bullshit. So maybe they can say, well, we will cross that bridge when we get there. But why do you have to every time have to put a patch up on a bullshit system instead of reworking the whole fucking thing? Because that is what you're doing. You have a bullshit system and you start trying to come up with little fixes to make the thing stand where you could build something better from the ground up, brother. It is so fucking stupid. I can't believe this bullshit, brother. Whatever. I have complained a lot about this bullshit, and I believe I have said everything that could be said, but maybe I am forgetting something too. And if I forgot something, please let me know in the comments below what I forgot, because this this topic has a lot of bullshit to say. There is psychological stuff involved in here. There is money stuff involved in here. There is gameplay stuff involved in here. It is a complex situation, but I believe the vast majority of people just think that this is illogical and they should change it. So let me know in the comments below what you think about this. Am I right? Am I wrong? I could be wrong. I am open to that possibility. Maybe when this cadence, this reading launches, I will say, brother, it feels good, and I was wrong. I am not close. I don't know how to say it. I am not close to that possibility. I know that can happen, but I believe it won't happen because right now it seems like fucking bullshit. So let me know what you think. I hope that you like this video, and if you did, please consider leaving me a like and subscribing to the channel. That will help me out a lot. Thank you very much for being here. You are fucking awesome. God bless ya, and remember, as the great Bill Hicks said, this is just a ride.